Dropping gems from Keisha Christian. She's on a mission, sharing information, knowledge for soul, body and mind. Dropping gems, KeishaGems.com. KeishaGems.com.
Welcome to Dropping Gems. I'm your host and holistic health and wellness educator, Keisha Christian. Today on Dropping Gems, I'll be leading you through a self-affirming guided meditation. And we will be dropping gems in the kitchen where we'll be learning how to make chickpea flour. And today I am so excited because we have an amazing guest. Her name is Dr. Toya Davis Craig. She's the owner of Chi Essence. You want to stay tuned for that. So grab a healthy snack or a beverage because we will be right back. You are watching Dropping Gems. Dennis Richards, your pure romance consultant, inspires women to enhance their intimate lives and take care of their sexual health. Book your party today. Visit pureromance.com/Dennis Richards or call 631-943-1868 for more information or to place an order. Welcome back to Dropping Gems. I'm your host and holistic health and wellness educator, Keisha Christian. This segment of Meditative Moment is sponsored by Pure Romance by Venice. Check out their truly sexy flirt line. You can place an order at pureromance.com/Venice Richards or call 631-943-1868 to place your order. As we begin this new year, many of us tend to make New Year's resolutions and proclaim New Year, New You, only to return back to our old habits a few weeks or days later. One thing I've learned, if you want to create a habit, it needs to be done repeatedly. Repeating daily affirmations and doing these guided meditations is a great addition to your daily routine. I encourage you to go back, watch these videos on demand on Rewind Network, Rude Rangers TV, or on my YouTube channel, Just Dropping Gems TV. Now, I want you to place your feet flat on the ground. Make yourself grounded and have your palms up open on your lap. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to do this 2 more times. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Last time. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Repeat after me. I am coded for greatness. I am powerful being. I am a conqueror. Defeat is not a part of my story. I am blessed beyond measure, despite my circumstances. I am abundance. I am aligned with greatness. I am light. I align myself with the energy of peace and prosperity. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do it 2 more times. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Last time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Remember, the words that you send out send a certain vibration into the universe. And you are a magnetic and powerful being, so shine on. Peace and blessings to you. We'll be taking a break and we'll be back with Dropping Gems in the Kitchen. Bedroom Candy by Toya provides self-love and self-care products that assist with pampering yourself or improving your relationship with your significant other. You can reach Toya at 917-943-4127 or visit www.bedroomcandy.com/13167 to place an order. For inquiries for sponsorship or advertising on this program, email info@KeishaChristian.com for more information.
Welcome to Dropping Gems, an academy for holistic studies. Learn how to treat seasonal allergies and year-long allergies naturally with Keisha Christian. Her courses have helped parents, teachers, naturalists, and therapists reassess the way they handle allergy symptoms. Registration to our class is now open. Reserve your spot today. You can also become a certified holistic studies practitioner with us. Be empowered with knowledge and help us in spreading the positivity with the rest of the world. Visit www.droppinggemsacademy.com or email us at info@KeishaChristian.com.
Welcome back. Dropping Gems is now airing in 3 states: Washington, D.C. on Channel 190, Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, Pennsylvania on Channel 190, and Delaware, Channel 28 on Rewind Network. This segment is sponsored by Dropping Gems Academy for Holistic Studies. To learn more about holistic allergy, seasonal, and year-long relief, visit www.droppinggemsacademy.com. Today, I'll be showing you how to make chickpea flour. Chickpeas are also known as garbanzo beans or chana. Chickpeas are a great form of fiber and can assist with your digestive system to maintain a healthy gut. It also has a rich source of protein, which are consumed by those who eat a plant-based diet as an option in replacement of meat. Chickpeas may also assist with lowering LDL cholesterol levels. And I have to tell you, I have just become so enamored with chickpeas. It's I would say it's one of my favorite beans now, being that I've lately have been doing so much research on chickpeas and how I could incorporate it in my diet. If you watched my last episode of Dropping Gems, I actually go through a recipe and show you how to make plant-based eggs using chickpeas. On that episode, I made scrambled eggs. Totally everything was plant-based, no animals. And I must say that it was delicious. So today what I wanted to do, I wanted to show you how to make the chickpea flour that you could use for so many things if you are having difficulty finding it in your store. It is so simple to make. And I'm going to go through the steps today. So what I have here, I actually have a bag of chickpeas right here. Now, this is very simple, easy to find, and it's quite inexpensive and it's cost effective if it's something that you want to make at home. So I have this is a 1 pound bag of chickpeas. And what I do, I take my chickpeas. I have the mason jar here. This is about a cup of chickpeas, so it's actually half of this bag. It'll be about half of this bag. And what I do is I fill up the jar halfway. And the reason why I do that is because the chickpeas actually expand when you soak them overnight, and it's going to raise up to the top of the jar. So you want to make sure that you don't fill up the jar and you fill the jar halfway with water. You fill the jar with chickpeas halfway, and you fill up the rest of the jar with water. So this is what I do. I'm going to fill this up. And the reason why I soak my chickpeas is some of you may be wondering, you're making flour, why don't you just put the peas in the blender and just blend it up? The reason why I don't do that, because when you actually soak beans, you're making it easier to digest. It's better for the digestive system, and also it's better too for you to absorb the minerals and the vitamins from the bean itself. So it's best if you actually soak it first. And it's also easier on your blender as well when you soak beans. So I leave this, soak it overnight. And then as you can see here, in this jar, this is a jar that I had soaking overnight. It actually expanded, and you see how it came to the chickpeas actually doubled in size. Now with this, some people actually use the liquid from the chickpeas, what the chickpeas has been soaking in. Some people actually use that liquid as well, and you can use that. There's another recipe, it's something called Aquafaba, if you've never heard of that. And people use that in replacement. People plant-based diets actually use that in replacement of egg whites. So where you would use egg whites in a recipe, they would use this Aquafaba using the chickpea liquid. So we let this soak overnight, and it's up to you. Some people will actually use the liquid. Me personally, I drain it out, and then I drain my peas. So after I do that, I have my dehydrator here. And if you've watched past episodes of my show, you've seen that I have used this dehydrator. The dehydrator I have here is a Nesco Dehydrator. And I have to tell you, I love this thing. I've used it for so many things. I actually have an episode where I show you how to make a fruit leather, or what we would call back in the day when I was a kid, it's a fruit snack, like a fruit roll-up, but how to make your own, a nice snack for the kids. So there's so many things you could do with this. I also use this too in another episode. I had to make kale chips. So very handy, my dehydrator. So I take the peas, once I rinse them out, I put them in my dehydrator. As you can see, I have some chickpeas here that I have dehydrated. So this is something that I do. All right, now when doing this, it's best if you have a high-powered blender, like a Blend Tech or Vitamix or a Ninja blender. You want to make sure you have a high-powered blender when making this flour. And there's so many things. You could make bread with this flour. You could make a chickpea bread. So if you have a gluten sensitivity, or if you want to just try an alternative, this is such a great thing. You could use the same flour to make chickpea bread. You could use this to make tofu, the flour. There's a recipe, it's called Burmese tofu, where you could use the same flour to make a soy-free tofu, and you would use that tofu the same way you would use regular tofu. So I'm just gonna put this in here, and it's so simple. Once the chickpeas have dehydrated, put it in the dehydrator, dehydrate it. Then I just put it in my blender. And we are all done. Look at that. This beautiful chickpea flour. So if you are unable to find chickpea flour in the grocery store, you could actually make it yourself. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. And I go back to saying that chickpea flour is so versatile. So many things you could do with the chickpea, as I have been recently doing research on this from the time my friend told me about making plant-based eggs. I started to do research on chickpea flour and chickpeas in general and how to incorporate in my diet. And I have to tell you, it's fast becoming one of my favorite beans. So tell me how this works out for you and what other things you have done with the chickpeas. And if you want me to show you how to make the tofu, please let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment below and let me know if you would like me to show you how to make chickpea tofu. All right then, stay tuned.
Wholeness, wellness, balance. Introducing Chi Essence. When you can't get to the spa, unwind right in the comfort of your own home with our Unwind product line. Relax and let go. Enjoy our bath salts, spray mist, and essential roll-ons. Handcrafted, our oils reduce stress, relieve tension, and ease anxiety. Our products are 100% all natural and safe for the whole family. Order online at shopchiessence.com.
Dropping Gemz is a proud partner of Rude Rangers Entertainment. We can be found on Roku, Alexa, or you can download the app on your iOS or Android devices. On today's show, our guest LaToya Davis-Craig, owner of Chi Essence, has studied herbalism as well as traditional and energy healing in complementary ways that support the notion of chemical-free wellness for over 20 years. LaToya has developed a healing system that incorporates universal energy and plant and crystal-based medicines to promote holistic wellness. Welcome, LaToya, to the show.
Hello,
Hello, everyone, and I want to welcome Toya to the show. Thank you, Toya, for taking time out of your schedule to come on this show today. And I am so excited about our conversation. And I have to tell everyone, when I met Toya, we just had so much in common, and we clicked. So I was like, Toya, you have to come on my show. So thank you for coming on today.
Well, yes, thank you so much for the invitation. I am so excited. I've been looking forward to it all week. And like you said, the similarities and the interests were uncanny. So yes, we had a great conversation, and I'm looking forward to today.
Yes, most definitely. So let's get to it. You have a company called Chi Essence, correct? Now,
yes.
How did you come up with that name, and what exactly does your company entail, and what do you do?
Okay, yeah, sure. So Chi Essence we specialize in creating handcrafted essential oil-based products that are really about helping the user find an emotional and energetic balance, right? And so the name Chi, which means energy, redacted in this redacted form means energy. So what I really do focus on with the company and with the products is how can I use the energies of nature to create these products to help people, right? So the products are all made with essential oils. And so with that, what I'm doing is I'm tapping into those natural energies that are in plants. Then they are also infused with crystals. So I am then tapping into those energies that are part of the crystal. And then I layer there's another layer of Reiki energy. So the Chi is really like this energetic compound or essence that I'm using to help create energetic wellness for people.
Nice. And I like how what you're doing is you focus on using that energy from nature. Because this is my belief, all that we need is within nature. And
yes.
The fact that you're using crystals in your products as well, I just think that is so interesting. So can you tell us a little about that? What made you want to use crystals, and what are some of the crystals that you actually use with your products or in your products?
Okay. Yeah, so what made me want to use crystals is if you might can't see, like right here online, I have like a bunch of different things on, right? So in my normal everyday personal life, I incorporate crystals. I really believe in the healing properties of crystals. My kids gravitate towards them. Yes. Gravitate towards them and use them. And I think that so often I really operate from this idea of energy is energy, right? And as long as you understand the energy, you are able to tap into it and direct it. And I think that sometimes we work so hard against nature. It's kind of like nature's like, use me, right? And we are like, no, I'm going to go this other route over here. And so for me, because that is my natural kind of inclination and mindset, when I was thinking about how can I amplify this product that I already have, the thought of crystals, just came to me. And honestly, I guess I can't take all of the credit for coming up with the crystal idea, because the idea of the company, although I was making products for home use and for, community people, the actual idea of the company and incorporating the crystals came through meditation. And so like some of my main products right now that I have were direct, what I call downloads when I went into meditation, which included those crystal combinations. So one of the ones, probably the main crystals, clear quartz is pretty much in all things. I believe in the power of clear quartz, right? You can use it to amplify whatever that other intention is. Rose quartz. So I have a blend that's called the Love Me All Over blend, right? Which is really about self-love and being able to appreciate yourself. And so I use rose quartz in that blend. I have an ancestral blend that really is about helping you to look into, we pass down, and trauma is passed down genetically, sometimes, or we might have patterns that we don't recognize are there. And so this particular blend kind of helps to bring those things up, and that has bloodstone in it. Choose, I would say if I had to go with my top 7 is probably the clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst is in a lot. Carnelian is, I have a life with it. So to get that energy going, I use carnelian. I'm looking at my product table right now. Oh, I have a lot of like protection and clearing. So my aura cleanse, and so that uses like tourmaline, obsidian, shungite. So yeah, I think those are probably my top crystals.
Oh, those are your top crystals. Are those also your favorite crystals you like to use personally?
My favorite personal crystal is actually lapis
Lapis
lazuli.
lazuli. Oh,
Yeah, that is actually my yes. And I think I also things kind of shift for me seasonally. So I think I find myself gravitating towards different things depending on what's going on in my life. But right now, lapis is like my everyday go-to. I love Labradorite. Although I teach people how to, properly care for and use crystals with like clearing and cleansing, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't necessarily follow that myself. And so the Labradorite, although I love it because I don't clear it enough, we tend to have complications. And so because I know I'm not going to be better, I just tend to do stuff that doesn't require as much maintenance.
Oh, wow. And it's so funny that you mentioned that. That's one of my favorite stones.
Really?
I actually wear it a lot. And it's I know it's associated with business, success in business. So that's a stone that I wear quite often. That's one of my favorites. And like you mentioned the clear quartz, I love that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Master healer.
Yes, I do. So my kids, we're all virtual right now, right? Everybody's working and learning at home or, some combination of this. And so another one of my favorites actually is shungite. I'm really, in talking about, when we're talking about energy, right? There's that good positive energy that we want to use and be able to channel for our upliftment, but there's also that energy that we probably don't want. And so with the kids, I'm really big on how are we shielding them or protecting them as much as possible. Life is life, but what things can I do to kind of help shield them from EMF or, extra radiation? And so they have nice little shungite pyramids at their workstation, and we keep like black tourmaline by the router.
Yes,
for the computer. Yeah. So all those things. And so I just wrap all of that stuff up when I'm making my products, and that's what I do. It's like a way of life. So it comes easily and naturally for me.
Nice. So when you send out your products, do you have like an explanation for each crystal or like the purpose of the crystal going along with your products?
I do not. I went back and forth. So Chi Essence is maybe a little over a year old. I've gone through probably 3 branding identities, since then. When I first started, I was very information heavy. So, what does each essential oil mean? What does it do? Why is each crystal in here? And I realized that was as many people, that's like for people like me, and you.
Yeah.
Who care,
You could watch the extended version of this interview on my YouTube channel at www.droppinggems.com. That's Dropping Gems with a Z. LaToya will be one of my speakers at my virtual summit presented by my school, Dropping Gems Academy, coming up on March 10th through the 13th. So I want to thank you, LaToya, for coming on my show today. And I want to thank you, my viewing audience. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Dropping Gems, holistic health, and much abundance to you. See you next week. Peace and blessings.
Dropping gems from Keisha Christian. She's KeishaGems.com.